Hello and welcome to week 14. Boy, the semester's just going by here in cultural anthropology. Now we're going to be some summarizing sort of chapters coming on. Chapter 18 is Seeing Like an Anthropologist. And I think we've all been on a journey to understand this particular lens, these pieces, these glasses, let's say, that we can put on and we can view the world from an anthropological standpoint. Now, Chapter 18 has you discuss and contemplate, or maybe contemplate and discuss, how do we apply these skills now? How do we apply these different, the idea of not really knowing how it is to be in another culture, a certain respect for that other culture and its context and what's going on. How will we apply these if we find ourselves in an unfamiliar place? An unfamiliar family. We're going over to somebody's dinner and we're going to, dinner at someplace else, but they have different traditions. Or we're abroad traveling and we come across different traditions. How will that anthropological view, that ability to see things, how will that affect the way we interact in those particular cultures? So the discussion about that. Now in the quiz, I'm actually zeroing in on a particular aspect of this chapter, and that is the world development perspective that we see with the World Bank and the UN, which is in some places controversial. When countries want to develop, we're looking at it's essentially from the UN perspective, we're really looking at a westernization, taking Western cultural concepts and bringing them into places that are not Western already. So the answer set that the UN brings in is usually industrial, educational, and infrastructure development, which will impact those cultures. So you can see in that diagram that I've included in the course book, the processes by which the UN invests money into a particular country. The country comes to them, asks them to invest. They want to, join the world economy, and the kind of decision making that is made at the UN level in partnership with local and the leadership of the state, and how that is different from the anthropological viewpoint. So a little kind of critical thinking there about looking at the impact that UN structure of development could have on a local culture. And so it's there's in sociology, we actually talk about a concept called modernization theory, which is the root of what the UN process is that the forward movement of a culture is generally perceived of as a modernization, becoming more technological, more Western, more liberal, more democratic, there's all these sort of pathways that are perceived of under that model of modernization, which is really embodied and in action plans that we actually see in the UN. So just understanding that perspective in light of what we've been learning about different cultures from this anthropological point of view. The other thing that we have coming due is the Chapter 5 assignment is due this week. Now it goes way back. This is the farmer's market assignment where you go out to a farmer's market and you're doing sort of a cultural assessment of that, an ethnography, let's say a mini ethnography of that, is to get that assignment done. Some people have done it. Some people, it's pending. This is the week that it's due. So you've had most of the semester to get that done. You have the rest of this week to get out there and visit a farmer's market. So that's the other assignment that's due this week. So I'll see you in the discussion boards. Have a great week. The snow's not that bad. It's just going to be here for a day. And then I believe we always need one more snowstorm to irritate us. And then we can go into summer. So here it comes. So have a great week, and I'll see you in the discussions.